My name is Ward Schraeder. I've got my good friend John here with RTA Outdoor Kitchens. All right, why don't we get started? The thing I love maybe more about it than anything is that this is made in America. Wow, what a warehouse. Lucky I found you in this warehouse.
Yeah. Big, ain't it?
How are you doing? Ward Schraeder.
Chris Doty, how are you?
I'm good, Chris. So you're the headmaster of this, of all the inventory?
Yes, I'm in charge of shipping, receiving. We bring it in, we check the product to make sure it's in good quality and good condition. We pick the orders on a daily basis and ship them out on a daily basis. So semi-loads of product doesn't faze us. We can take care of it, bring it up, and fulfill our orders. We try very hard to make sure that when a kitchen goes out that we're shipping the appliances to go with your kitchen so that when you have the kitchen, you have all your appliances with that.
Well, in today's world, people don't want to wait 6 months to get it.
Oh, no.
You guys have it in stock, you can ship it in, what, a couple weeks?
2 to 3 weeks we can get it in if we don't have it and get it out the door at the latest 4 weeks.
Well, congratulations, you're doing better than most.
We try.
So John, what did you start with and where have you gotten to?
We started with this little hand mixer right here in a 70-quart tub. Now we're at a batch plant. With the little mixer, we could mix maybe 100 pounds at a time, and it was very labor intensive. With this system, we can mix 1,000 pounds at a time just by pressing a button.
Came a long way.
It's come a long way quick.
And I would imagine the quality control is even better.
Oh, it's so much better. Beforehand, you had 50-pound bags of mix and measuring water out by hand and measuring pigment out by hand and measuring fiber out by hand. Now with just a push of a button, it tells me how many pounds of mix is going in the mixer, how much water is going in the mixer, how much pigment's going in the mixer, and how much fiber is going in the mixer to all go in at one time, mix accurately, and then drop down and be ready to put in the molds.
All right, well, can I see the rest of the factory?
So this is our batch plant area here. This is where we actually mix the concrete.
So what do you mix?
We have dry mix that comes through the augers here. It goes in for a little while, spins around in there. The water is added, and then after a determined amount of time, then the light goes off for the fiber. The fiberglass is added. And at the end of that, we know it's ready to discharge. We dispatch it down into our grout hog. Hopefully we have something underneath here to discharge into, or we're in trouble. We usually run about 5,000 to 6,000 pounds a day. Well, this is where all the action happens. I mean, we talked about the batch plan and how that works, but before we get to that, we have to lay everything out. So this is actually a finished kitchen here. We lay everything out from a blueprint.
So you lay it out from a blueprint like this.
And the important thing to note is, you're looking at it this way and you see these different cutouts, which we have here. And if you're looking at them, they look backwards because when we lay it out, we have to lay it out like this. So the front side is what we're actually not seeing at the moment. And then they lay this out, and once it's laid out, paperwork stays here, and I see that it's laid out and I come check it. So I make sure that all measurements are correct. If there's any kind of adjustments, to make those adjustments so that it's as close to perfect as it can be before we get to that pouring process.
Well, on the countertop processing, there's a little bit of overflow that we trim off. We, again, trim out the area for the appliance so the appliance fits in well. And then we do a couple different sanding processes to it. Spray it off, wipe it down, get all the dust off, all the debris off. And then we seal it.
What's the sealer?
It's a water-based sealer that actually adheres down into the countertop surface itself.
So you seal this up, does it require any maintenance?
For every few years, depending on the climate or the region of the country, you'll have to reseal it every once in a while, yeah.
Okay, shouldn't be a very hard project.
No, very easy to do.
It looks to me like you built a box here to ship a tank maybe in. What do you got in here?
So this is our crate that we pack each kitchen in very carefully. And we make sure that they're packed nice and tight so that way that they show up not broken. We take a lot of pride in that. We are the last eyes that see these kitchens before they get packed up and leave the building.
So a final quality control check.
Yes, sir. When we bring the pieces in, we make sure that we take our time with the quality check. When we measure every single piece to make sure it matches the blueprint so that all of the appliances fit correctly for the customer's kitchen.
So on every step of the way, somebody's checking off. And you take a picture of every step of the way of the packaging.
Yes, we take a picture of every single piece that comes in, and before they get the actual kitchen, every customer is notified step by step.
So what are we doing here, John?
We're expanding. So we are adding employees, adding space. This winter is going to be a huge expansion for us. We are processing to this area here, which is a lot larger. We're tearing down walls, pouring concrete. Crating is going to go over into a bigger facility. Right now they're in about 700 square feet. By the time it's all said and done, they'll be in 5,500 square feet of their own room. Once again, being big time in small town USA.
God bless you.